This COMESA cross-border trade initiative, which is financed under the 11th European Development Fund, aims to increase small-scale cross-border trade flows in the COMESA tripartite region. And we are very happy to be part and present here for the ratification of the instrument by the Government of the Republic of Kenya. So, Your Excellency, congratulations. IOM is uniquely placed to support COMESA in the successful implementation of this program, owing to its capacity and expertise to address migration in all its facets, just like we're doing with the ongoing Global Compact on Migration, for which this week they just had the 5th round of negotiations. IOM, along the International Trade Center, ITC, are co-delegatees to this important 4-year program, which includes interventions at 5 borders, namely the Mwami Nchinji between Malawi and Zambia, Chirundu between Zimbabwe and Zambia, for which I'm very delighted to note that is one of the one-stop border posts which has been supported by IOM, the Kasumbalasa between Zambia and DRC, the Tunduma Nakonde between Zambia and Tanzania, and the Moyale between Ethiopia and Kenya. In the context of this program, IOM will support COMESA in the implementation of discrete activities which will contribute to achieving the results in this project. The partnership between COMESA, IOM, and ITC will capitalize the unique experiences and capacities of each organization. IOM will draw on its expertise in migration and human mobility issues, whilst ITC will draw on its customs and trade experience, particularly by working on training and capacity issues. The two agencies, working closely together with COMESA and government counterparts, will draw upon their respective strengths, thus enriching the program and providing a holistic response to the needs of the beneficiaries identified in this project.
As we implement this small-scale cross-border program, we must take into account our own best traditional practices, our own values, social, cultural values, economic values. Because if we do that, then we shall build a sustainable program. Because one of the challenges we have is that we implement these without taking into account the social, cultural, economic aspect. That must be taken into account. Because when you take that into account, then we will not have a problem. Talking about cross-border movement, I am not sure, and I need to be convinced by someone, that when women cross the borders, they don't go back home. But I can tell you another evidence that I have amassed over the years, that when it is men who cross the borders, if those borders are sealed, they are unlikely to go back. They will hide in that country where they are. In fact, what am I saying here? I'm saying when you liberalize cross-border movement, you allow people to move freely, then you have solved the problem of migration. I'll talk about migration later on, because people then will move in and move out. But when you have controls, once people come into the country either legally or illegally, they will not move out. Right. And if they have come into the country legally, what will usually happen is that they will find ways and means of corrupting the system, so that the system will even say they have traveled out of the country when they are inside the country. I see these things happening every day. I will not mention the countries where it happens.